Hey, good morning. Welcome to my channel. This is AH for Truth coming to you again with news about XRP, the crypto market, and a blessing from the Lord himself. So I watched a little bit of the Charlie Kirk memorial yesterday, and I felt it was really heartwarming. I know some people take offense with the political speeches and all of that, looking like, oh, Republicans are the most righteous people in the world. No, far from it. I think overall, Christ was glorified, God was honored, and some people mock the forgiveness from Erica Kirk to the murderer and all of that. I think it was honest. I think it was sincere. People may say, well, it's too early. No, she did what she had to do. She doesn't want hate to rule her heart. And I think, forgiving him is not saying that justice should not follow its due course. All right, having said that, last night I was on a live, and if you have watched it, and if you have not, please go watch it. It was with Crypto Night, and we had Jacoby come on, surprisingly, who is a security expert, and he talked about some things with respect to security. Now, if you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, comment. It helps the algorithm, it helps the channel a whole lot. But I want to thank you for stopping by, and I want to thank all those of you who are members. We had about 156 thereabouts. I was hoping by the end of September we'll have 200 members, but you know what, I'm thankful, and I'm thankful for you for deciding to travel with me at this time. All right, so we're talking about the crypto market. There is fear. There's fear in the market. There's fear, and it's interesting that human behavior can be so predicted, it's predictable to a fair extent. You see, if I believe that the behavior of the wealthy is predictable, just as the behavior of the middle class and the poor. And those who are going to make it must have a predictable behavior. What is that one? That we can predict that you are not going to be shaken out of the market. We can predict that nothing that happens will cause you to run helter-skelter. See, markets go down, markets come up. Always remember that. So I took a look at the fear and greed index this morning, and fear on, when you go on that fear and greed index site, you would see on one side is stocks, on the other side is crypto. Stocks has been more established. Crypto is very new in the game, in the what would I say, in the financial world of investment. So I saw that the fear for crypto is at 45%, and the 45%, the needle is going towards red, right? So it's right there, and I think in the next few days, as Bitcoin continues to take a dip, it's at 113,000 and change for price right now, taking a 2.09% hit in price and drop in price. So that is basically dragging. When Bitcoin does 2.09, altcoins are going to do like anywhere from 5 to 10%. In some cases, even 12%. That's really, really terrible, right? If you're stacking up profit and trying to take profit. But for those of you who are thinking of taking profit, I don't know what to say. I can't advise you. I can't make a suggestion to say, well, take profit at this time. But if I was to advise you as a friend, I'll just say, hold on. Instead, this is a buying opportunity. Some people say, well, I've run out of money. I don't have any more money to buy anything. I don't want to buy anything. I just want the profit. We're all in this boat together. We have to be patient. Remember, I believe that I talk to most of the people on my channel are not people that have gobs of money. Some do, but the majority do not. And so what I would do is I would put that $20 that I would have spent on certain things today that are like coffees and, snacks or things, throughout my week. I would probably just put it towards one of the cryptos that I prefer, that has dropped in price. Dollar cost average. Now, if your average is higher than the price at this point, lower, than the price at this point, then there's no point, dollar cost averaging or doing anything. I would just say, hold on and wait and be patient. Prices go down, prices come up. The wealthy are not worried about the drop in price. They're actually looking for opportunities to buy if they can. Now, I'm looking at three groups of crypto. So I look at Bitcoin, I look at meme coins, which I never used to bother about, right? I just had SHIB, and that was it for me. But I also look at XRP. So, and of course the ISOs. So this morning, WikiCat dropped 7.5% in price. So it's at 6 zeros and 1 8. And I think that's a massive buying opportunity. You may wait to see if it go down further. Just look at the charts if you're a chart reader. But in my opinion, it's a great opportunity because it has had a bottom at 6 zeros and 2 0 2 1 2 2 for a while now, which is a very good place to be for WikiCat. It's not, I don't see it going back to 6 Would I say 7 zeros? No way. I think it's cleared that and is doing very well where it's at with the market at this point. And XRP took a dump at with 4.19%, bringing the price to $2.85. That's steep from $3. It went all the way to $3.15. People were excited. Oh, you know, over and a lot of people are like, why isn't it flying yet? Why is it? What? Tell me what is really going on. And here's my honest interpretation to this whole thing is we're not going to see anything until all the laws are in place, because institutions cannot move the way they ought to without all regulations being in place the way it ought to be. Remember, institutions have to go by regulation. If they do not, they are just playing with lawsuits. Especially watching America, the largest economy in the world, coming on stream with crypto, this is going to be very important. So it is the laws that will make the big difference. So we got to be, again, patient. Look, the patient investor at the end of the day is going to be the one who eats the fattest bone. Now, it doesn't mean we should not diversify. You remember I told you my story of how I took Luna Lunk and I put it in WikiCat, and right now with where WikiCat is standing, I could actually take the same money that I put into WikiCat out, because basically what that did for me is that it grew about 10 times. I could take that out and then put it, you know, I could even take double of it and not even shake the WikiCat portfolio. In this, what I'm trying to say is that if you have, think about it, if you have $1,000, you put $100, it becomes 1,000. Okay, you can take that $100 out. You still have 900. You can take 200. You still have 800. And I'm expecting WikiCat to do like a 10x to a 15x before the end of this year, and that would be really amazing. So another thing I want to talk about is the current situation in the Middle East with the United Nations recognizing. So we have about 75% of the countries in the UN have now recognized the Palestine as a state, as a sovereign state. I was going to talk about that, but I'll do that in another video because I didn't want this video to be more than 7 to 10 minutes at the max. But in summary, the fear index is high, and when fear index is growing or is growing towards the 50% mark, you're at 45% now. I think it can easily hit 48 to 50% in the next 24, 48 hours, because if prices dip, people become seriously concerned. And when there's blood in the street, like one famous investor said, that is the time when your profit is made, because you look at those things. It's like when I take over a property. I remember years back when I was buying rental homes, individual homes, I always feel this sense of, oh, you know what, I just made money. The money is made on the front end. You have to see it, not on the back end. And when the greed index is when most of investors who are savvy are actually exiting the market, because now they have gotten to the point where they want to go. Now, this is the time for you to sit down and have a strategy, have a plan, make a decision, and say, you know what, if it gets to this point, I'm taking money out. Some of you do have plans, others do not. If you're thinking of resources to help you, if you're new to crypto, I have books I've written, Crypto Made Easy. It's in the description. You can pick a copy. It'll really bless you. What you have to do is, it's an e-copy. People have asked me if I have paper copies. No, I do not. They're all e-copies. They're EPUB books. Download them onto your phone, your iPad, or any of your computer, and enjoy it. It'll really do you well. And if you're looking for coaching, I would be more than happy to help you out. If you're new to crypto, go into the description. You can email me from there. All the best. I will see you in the next one. Look out for the video talking about Palestine and how that would affect crypto market in the next little while. All right. God bless. I'll see you in the next one.